Welcome to the show. Today we have a guest who is a best-selling author who in college had already built a franchise from 0 to 1.2 million in annual revenue. He then co-founded CC Solutions, a real estate development company, and he grew it to 6 million in revenue within 2 years. Directly from San Diego, California, we have Christian Chasmer. How's it going?
It's going well, Quinn. Thanks for having me.
No problem, no problem. It's my pleasure to have you here. So, Christian, it sounds like you started your entrepreneurship career pretty early. Do you know what caused this? Was your family very business oriented?
Yeah, great question. My family wasn't necessarily business oriented. We were definitely scrappers and hustlers. I grew up in a not so great family, but I had an awesome mom who brought in a bunch of the cousins and raised them. And she was a single mother taking care of everyone. So that definitely showed me a little bit about hard work, about, doing whatever it takes. But I was really on the pre-law track, actually, until I got to college, until my junior year of college, where going through the motions, wanting to make a lot of money like most people. And I figured I'd just be a lawyer, work in New York City, and that's that. But then I actually came across this piece of paper on my desk that said, run your own business over the summer, make $10,000. And I had $30 to my name. So I said, sign me up. I'll do whatever it takes. And that wound up being that franchise program that I ran in college. And that completely changed my life. I mean, from there, it was no more law school. It was entrepreneurship and personal development and leading people all the way. So, yeah, it wasn't, I think I grew up always being a hustler and like doing things like shoveling driveways and doing different things to make money. So I was entrepreneurial, but I didn't think I was going to be an entrepreneur until that piece of paper really changed my life.
So by the age of 26, you already have two hugely successful companies. Does that mean you sacrificed all of your college years of fun and just dedicated to work, work, work?
No. I would definitely say I had a lot of fun in college, probably a little bit too much fun. Definitely the first three years I was, a rambunctious partier. Like I said, I was just going through the motions. I got good grades, but I partied hard on the weekends. I definitely did all of that. And then even when I was running my franchise, I was definitely more disciplined than I used to be. I was waking up early. I was going to sleep early. I was definitely controlling myself a lot more because I was definitely focused on the business. But definitely during college, it was at those points, it was a work hard, play hard mentality.
Very good. And did you still have any of those businesses today?
So the franchise model, I walked away from to start my real estate development company. And then at the beginning of last year, I sold my equity in my real estate development company. So I actually sold that to start what I'm doing now with Elevate.
Okay. So now what is Elevate?
Yeah, Elevate is a 12-week coaching executive training system for entrepreneurs. So there's two levels to it. And the first level is me going out and working with 7 and 8 figure entrepreneurs and their leadership team, helping them implement systems and processes so they can scale. And that's a lot of fun. I work with these awesome companies from all over the country. And then the second level to Elevate is for 6-figure entrepreneurs, really. It's for those entrepreneurs that are hustling, they're growing, they're gaining some success. It's them and maybe a small support team, maybe just a VA, but they want to get systems and processes in place to start bringing on their dream team and start really getting to the next level. And that's where that group coaching 12-week program comes in.
Gotcha. And what's the size of that business today? Can you disclose that?
Yeah, it's so last year we did over 6 figures. I started it last April, and we did over 6 figures, and we're on pace to hopefully double, maybe even triple that this
year. Nice. So that's incredible. You must have systems in place, because you mentioned systems a couple times. Is that kind of what's helping you grow any business that you start like that? And I mean, I don't know of any business, but most of the businesses, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say that's kind of the thing that I got really obsessed with when I started in business. You know, that first summer with that franchise, we were doing like exterior painting company when I was in college. So I was actually running an exterior painting company, and I was really bad leader and bad had terrible systems. I wasn't a good entrepreneur. After that summer, I realized I needed to buck up and learn this stuff, and so I started getting obsessed with leadership and systems, like how to build processes. And when I say systems, it's how to create a a system and a structure for your team to win in over and over and over. So how to create duplicatable processes in your business to where you're getting the same result without you having to do everything. So that could be as simple as delegating certain small tasks to a VA, or it could be something as robust as building out your automatic sales process. So that's what I mean when I say systems. And yeah, absolutely. I look at every business from a systems mindset.
Did you build these systems yourself?
Good question. So sometimes yes, and sometimes no. So anybody that comes into my company, we basically teach them how to build processes, how to write processes. And it could be as simple as a Google Doc with some screenshots showing somebody how to upload a blog post, right? Which takes, anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. But if you create a process with screenshots, then you can offload that to a VA. And now you just save 15 minutes a week, which that adds up to a couple of hours. So if you can do that to a couple of tasks over and over, now you're saving some substantial time so you can then focus on the most important things in your business.
Very good. So I'm guessing when an entrepreneur or a big business starts working with you, that's going to be part of the process is teaching them systems. So do you also help them build these systems?
Yeah, good question. So with the Elevate 12-week program, that's exactly what we do. So we're teaching these six-figure entrepreneurs, hey, what's the automatic financial system that you can learn to plug into your business where then you know where all of your money's going and you're putting money away so you can make sure you're profiting. We teach them hiring systems. So like, how do you guarantee that you're building your A team and you're bringing on A players every time with the exact interview questions, the interview templates, et cetera. So yeah, we're teaching the entrepreneurs how to look at the business as a system and then how to build those actual systems. And then with the 7 and 8 figure entrepreneurs, yeah, we're going in there and we're working with them to build their specific processes in their business.
Nice. So because you already created a few successful businesses, I want to know what is the key to create these successful businesses. We hear all, the gurus out there. Some say it's a hustle, others say it's hard work, others say it's working smart. So is it a combination of everything or is there a special key?
Yeah, good question. The key to building a successful business, I would say it's really being essential. It's knowing or choosing the few things to go really deep on and then choosing and sticking to those even when the shiny object syndrome comes along, as all entrepreneurs are, myself included, right? If you choose to go down 3 marketing channels and testing those marketing channels and committing to those marketing channels, I see a lot of times business owners will pick, but then they'll pick number 4, 5, and 6 through 2 weeks later too. And now they're spread way too thin. Same thing with products, right? A lot of people will say, hey, we have a course, and then a week later they'll come out with a different course and then a coaching program, and they're stacking all these products, and now they're trying to sell different products to different niches, and that just you start putting all of your energy in a lot of different places instead of your energy in one place. So that's what I would say is the biggest thing that I see a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with, is just being essential and going all in on a few things or one thing.
Yes. And I really like that answer because it's something I personally went through. It's, the shiny object. All entrepreneurs are always looking for the next big thing. And of course, I still am one of those, although I try to, direct my energy to what really matters. And I still see a lot of people do that. Just like you said, entrepreneurs struggle with wanting to do everything. Just recently, a customer that wanted to launch 8 products on Amazon and then wanted me to help them launch all 8. And I'm like, why don't we just, launch one at a time and put every bit of energy we have into launching that one, make sure it's successful, and then go to the next. And, because just like you said, we're spreading too thin when you want to, we only have 24 hours a day. We're all the same. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. I mean, it's classic switching costs, right? In the book Scrum by Jeff Sutherland, he has a cool graph there where it's like if you're focusing on one thing, 100% of your time is on that thing. But if you're focusing on two things, it's not 50-50. It's actually 40-40 because 20% of your time is lost switching over from task to task. And by the time you get to five things, you're only spending about 8% of your energy on each thing, and the rest of your time is lost in switching context. So it's a real thing. If you're focused on too many things, you're not going in very far.
yeah. I actually saw recently, I can't remember who released it, but there was a study that actually proves now that humans are not meant to multitask. When we say multitasking, that means you're not doing either one of the tasks correct.
Yep,
You agree
100%.
with that?
Oh yeah, totally. It's, the brain can switch very quickly from thing to thing, but it can't do the two things at once.
Nice. So, Christian, what is your mission today?
Oh, good question. My mission is really to bring entrepreneurship, personal development, mindfulness, and financial literacy. So those four life skills to a billion youth around the world over my lifetime. So for me, that's really, really important. I grew up in a really small town. I didn't know anything about entrepreneurship. I didn't know anything about personal development. And I got really lucky. Like I said, I found that piece of paper on a desk. I had a couple of mentors at the right time show me the way. And now I'm living a really happy, fulfilled life. But that's because of luck. And I always thought it's unfortunate that it had to come to luck. Like why is luck a part of that? Why can't it be designed in the program? So my ultimate mission is really to get that entrepreneurial life skills, personal development to everybody, to where it's not about luck and it's actually seen as an actual path, an actual option that's being taught everywhere. And the way Elevate flows into that is by helping these six-figure entrepreneurs get to that next level, to where now they're not working 80 hours a week and they're looking at their business as a scalable business that can make a big impact in their own way as well.
Very good. So do you recommend starting the hiring process early, or do you we see nowadays the entrepreneur that is basically the team of one, and this entrepreneur that wants to get all the way to seven figures and is working by him or by herself. When do you recommend that we should start probably hiring some VAs and getting some help?
Oh gosh. In terms of hiring VAs and getting some help almost immediately, yeah, I think there's a point where you're in the very, very beginning. You want to start getting some traction, maybe getting a couple of sales. And it depends too. Are you a VC funded business? Well, then you're hiring pre-revenue. But if you're a pass to the cash service-based or product-based business that you can start making sales relatively quick, maybe get to that point. But I would hire VAs as fast as possible and then start hiring real teammates as fast as possible as well. I wouldn't wait till six figures. I wouldn't wait. I think the longer that people wait, the more stuck they get.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's so easy nowadays to find VAs, to hire VAs, and it's really inexpensive as well, right? We can get somebody very, very experienced to do all kinds of works. And today with all the sites out there, like Upwork, Free Up, and we can get really experienced people. So yeah, why wait?
Yeah, 100%. You can either be, uploading your blogs, uploading your podcast, doing those things, or you can be working on sales and marketing, or you can be working in your genius zone, right? So you really have to leverage, is an hour of my time selling going to grow the business more than an hour of my time uploading content to the internet?
Yeah, exactly. 100%. I agree with that. There's actually a way to measure what your time is worth, so should I get somebody else to do that, or do I spend my time doing something else? But then again, we also have to be truth to ourselves. Am I going to be actually using that time to do work, or now that I have somebody to do that part, am I just going to, waste my time watching Netflix or sitting on the couch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, totally. And also, though, you can outsource other things in your personal life too, right? So you can enjoy more time with your family and your friends. Like me and my wife get our groceries delivered to us
Yeah.
on the weekend. So that way we don't have to spend that hour to 2 hours grocery shopping. And that time is back in our pockets where we can go to the park and hang out and do whatever. So you really want to look at your time and say, what's worth it and what's not, especially knowing that time is finite.
Nice. Yeah. So now that you get into having a physical team present with you, maybe sharing the same office, now how can someone trust the team with work?
Yeah, great question. So I get that a lot actually when people are scared or nervous to bring on a team because they're not going to do the work as well as them, right? That's kind of always the biggest fear about VAs, executive assistants. And one is doing a good hiring job, right? Asking the right questions, bringing in enough candidates, etc., following the process in that regards. But two is also, understanding the concept of micro losses. And a micro loss is, when someone messes up, but they learn from it and then they get better and better. So you have to be okay with having a little bit of micro loss in your business so that way they can get better and learn from it and continue on. No one's going to do 100% of what you do, but if they can get to 80 to 90%, then that's delegate the task. It's not worth that extra 10% to spend your time doing it. And eventually you'll get to the point where you're hiring people that are even better than you at what you do, which is really nice.
Yes, I agree with that one. And you call them micro. What was it? Micro what?
Micro losses.
Micro losses. I really like that. It's basically kind of like the concept of the fail fast is a micro loss, right? The sooner you get that loss done, now you know what path not to take, so you can focus on the big picture. I really like that.
That's exactly right. And you can start small too, right? When I brought my executive assistant in, we started out uploading a blog. We started out, doing some small email things. It wasn't crazy large tasks, but you can stack wins and then you can start building trust to where now it's sending out invoices. It's taking care of my entire inbox and my scheduling, etc. So you can start slow to build trust as well, which I think people forget. You can start out at 5 to 10 hours a week and just do 1 or 2 tasks until you build up the confidence in the person to take on more.
So Christian, when it comes now to running your business, you're the leader inside the company?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say we're all leaders in our own way, but yeah, I'm the leader inside the company.
Very good. And what kind of tools are you using right now to generate more leads or to find more customers into Elevate?
Yeah, great question. That's the biggest topic that we have right now is generating leads and building the company and growing the impact, because we want to have a huge impact, right? We want to help a billion people learn those life skills. So the way that we're doing it right now is through social. So we have our own Facebook group that we're bringing people into, and we're adding a ton of content. We're doing video trainings in there, Facebook Lives in there. We're just adding as much value as possible to that Facebook group, and then slowly building that community as well. We're really heavy on value first marketing. So we want to add as much value as we can. If it's a good fit for you to come into Elevate program, awesome. If it's not, but you're still getting a ton of value from the content we're putting out, great. That's perfect. So yeah, our biggest marketing channel right now is social by building up that Facebook group. And that's kind of the number one that we're going in on. Obviously, referrals and networking are huge too. I do some speaking, and that pulls in a good amount of leads. Referrals always help, but our big outbound kind of traction channel is the Facebook group.
Cool. You want to plug the name here for the listeners? What is the name of their Facebook group?
Yeah, sure. It's Elevate Your Systems. So if you head over to facebook.com/groups/elevate your systems, they can request to join from there.
Very good. Perfect. So when it comes to, you mentioned the offering, kind of marketing where you offer value first, kind of like the jab, 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 Gary Vee's book. That's your approach right now. You offer value, and then of course there has to be a jab because we're in this to make a living, of course. That's how do you offer that value up front?
Yeah, so the initial value is through, like I said, in the Facebook group, we're posting videos, we're posting trainings. My newsletter is I put an article out every single week that talks about systems, personal performance, and mindfulness. So that's just straight value right there. There's no pitch in any of my articles. On my own personal Facebook, I'm always posting some valuable information, articles, videos that I create, etc. So we're doing a lot of the content in terms of videos and PDFs, guides, stuff like that.
Nice. What's one of the best or most used tools now inside of Elevate?
Yeah, tools inside like internally that the team uses or tools that the members love?
The team uses, like you and your team, kind of software or any kind of tool that.
Oh yeah, we love Asana. So we're big on the Asana game. We use that for our meetings. We use that for our social media calendar. We use Asana pretty hardcore. So we love Asana.
Very good. I've been, dabbling a bit with Asana by myself. The team is in Slack, and I wanted to see, more things out there because I find there's, of course, things that are missing in there, and I wanted to test out Asana, but I'm in mine by myself.
Yeah, so we use Slack and Asana. So we use Slack to communicate and to talk, and then we use Asana for project management, tasks, etc. So we use both very well together. They play well together, Slack and Asana.
Nice. So, Christian, right at the beginning, I told everybody like you are a best-selling author, and the book that made you the best-selling author, was it Lose the Limits?
Yep. Lose the Limits.
And so breaking your limiting beliefs, become a more productive you, and achieve everything you want in life. That is an amazing title, right? So just right there, that would get me hooked on the book because, when people say don't judge a book by its cover, I don't really judge by the way the cover looks, but what's written on the cover influences me a lot. So this would be a book that I would buy because it really would mean something to me. So let's talk a little bit about this. Become a more productive you and achieve anything you want in life. Is this related to all kind of mindset? Is there law of attraction? Do you believe in the law of attraction?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely believe in the law of attraction. The Lose the Limits book was really a passion project for me. It was me, like I said, growing up in that really small town in New Jersey, growing up seeing a lot of people with limiting beliefs, me having a lot of limiting beliefs, and learning one, what limiting beliefs were, and then two, slowly breaking down some of those limiting beliefs I had around myself and my self-worth, what I was capable of, and looking at other amazingly successful, when I say successful, I mean wealthy and happy and like family oriented. Those are kind of my three criteria for success in my mind, in my opinion. And looking at what they were doing and looking at their strategies and their tactics and their actions, and then implementing that in my own life, starting to break those limiting beliefs, I felt like I was really onto something, and it was really important to get it out there in a digestible way that people my age would be able to read it and really pick it up and run with it.
Yeah. So normally people get that a way to get out of your limiting beliefs and basically changing your life. Normally something very big has to happen in someone's life, right? Did you have that kind of something happen to you, or was it just you decided you needed to grow?
Yeah, it's a good question. I have had, major things happen in my life. My dad passed away when I was 11, and then my godfather, who basically came in and raised me as a father, took me in. He was like a second father to me. He passed away when I was 18 from a heart attack suddenly. So I had these major things happen in my life, and that definitely pushed me to some sense. And they guided me, but they also made me resentful and have bottle up a lot of internal anger about the world. And it wasn't until I started being an entrepreneur and I started running my own business that I realized I had all this anger, and I wasn't the person I wanted to be. I wasn't the person that would make them proud. And that's when I started to really look at myself in the mirror. I started to check my ego at the door, and I said, "Hey, I need to really start changing if I want to have the future I want, and if I want to be the person I want. That means I need to change." So uh, I would say it was a slow burn to come to that epiphany, but it was boiling up over a long period of time.
Yeah, ego is man is a business killer. It's a relationship killer, right? It's good that we are able to, I guess, love ourselves and all that, but ego uh, can destroy pretty much everything. Pardon me.
Yeah, Ryan Holiday nails it. Ego is the enemy.
Sorry.
Ryan Holiday, ego is the enemy.
Oh yes, absolutely. And I know I've been there, so I oh man, it's not even worth bringing it up right now. The good thing is that it is out the door, so I kicked the ego out the door. The second that I realized that it was there, because the issue is when somebody have a problem that they don't know they have, so there's nothing you can do to fix it because you don't know you have an issue, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's when that's basically a silent killer. Yeah. So Christian, you mentioned that you also do some public speaking. Is it you talk about mindset and basically systems, or what do you talk about in these gigs?
Yeah. A lot of times I'll be talking about systems in people's businesses. So how they can implement a few systems to really scale their companies and scale their lives. So talking about the systems, I talk about OKRs a lot of times, which is a goal setting methodology that I teach with all of my clients. Objectives and key results. It's a goal setting methodology that Google, Intuit, and all of them use as well. So it's
Mm-hmm.
a really cool goal setting methodology. And then, yeah, I'll talk a little bit on mindset and limiting beliefs, etc. A lot of my speaking centers around the system side of things, though.
Nice. So, as somebody that's listening right now, if they wanted to join you on Elevate and learn more, what would they have to do?
Yeah, so they can either follow me on Facebook, so facebook.com/C Chasmer, or they can head over to elevateyoursystems.com and they can apply right from there.
Very good. How's the onboarding process at Elevate? You just need name, email, and phone number, or you reach out to the person after? How does this work?
Yeah, so they'll go on, they'll apply, they'll fill out a short survey, they'll book a time with one of our strategists, and then they'll get on a 45-minute strategy call, and we'll see if it's a good fit. If it is a good fit, great. We'll talk about the next steps to getting into the Elevate program, which is that 12-week program where you're going to be in a community of other entrepreneurs that are looking to grow as well. You can get personalized coaching, etc. And that's the whole thing. You go through the 12 weeks, and then after the 12 weeks, you're dropped into the alumni community. So you're part of the Elevate family for life.
Nice, nice. I always like when there's a group like alumni or VIP, something that makes people want to work harder to get into it, right? There's some sort of motivation there. So I love the fact that you do that. It gives a sense of belonging when you finally get in, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And where like I said in the beginning, we're a super value oriented company, and we really care about the people that come in. You know, for me, they're on the team. They're part of the team. So the alumni community is really cool because you go through this awesome 12-week program. Now you're in the alumni community and people are starting to share resources. People are engaged. People are helping each other. You know, a couple people have gotten each other clients. A couple people have started working with each other. So it's a really cool community for that aspect because everyone's on the same journey.
Yeah, that's why it's great to always belong, be part of a community, mastermind. The things that you can achieve in a group are always so much bigger and better than what you can do by yourself. So that's fantastic.
Totally agree.
So Christian, are you planning on writing another book?
Good question. I do actually have a book planned to come out in June. It's called Elevated, and it's all wrapped up. Now it's getting formatted, and we're going to be putting it out in June.
Perfect. So when it does come out, let me know. We'll mention it on the podcast so our listeners can have a look at it. And meanwhile, if they want to find Lose the Limits, this is available on Amazon?
Yep, exactly. You can just search Lose the Limits right in Amazon.
Perfect. Okay, Christian, do you read besides your own? Do you read a lot?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love reading.
Tell us one of your favorite all-time books.
Favorite all-time books? Got to be The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Completely changed my life. When I read that book, it just 180'd me. It made me want to follow the Four Agreements, and it made me want to become a better person, and it really helped me become the person I wanted to be. So Four Agreements, super quick read. It's like 130 pages, so very quick read, very powerful read.
Very good. I'm going to put it on the show notes. I didn't read that one, so I don't know it. I'll put it on the show notes for everybody to check out. So, Christian, you have an offer for the audience. You want to let us know what it is?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have our newest Elevate session starting May 8th. So if anybody in your audience, Quinn, wants to join, if they think it's a good fit, they can get introduced or they can apply, and we'll give them 20% off the price for it as a thank you.
Very good. So you heard Christian right there, 20% off if you're coming from the podcast. Just let them know and you'll get your 20% off. All right. So, Christian, if anybody wants to find you, Facebook, Elevate's website, what is that again?
Yeah, elevateyoursystems.com.
Perfect. And at Facebook, people can contact you directly or go to the Elevate Your Systems group. Is that right?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Awesome. Very good. Christian, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate you being here today with us and giving us all these golden nuggets. So thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely, Quinn. This was a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Listen, when the book comes out, let me know. I'll mention it for everybody here. So I'm very interested as well.
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely let you know, a couple of days before it comes out, etc.
Awesome. Thank you, Christian. Have a great day.
No problem, Quinn. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for subscribing to Fail Fast Podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please leave a review and visit failfastpodcast.com for show notes, Quinn's social media, or even to tell us your story.